Okay, so this is the campaigns page of author email, and I'm gonna go to the draft that you already made. And when you click on it, it takes you into setup and it skips details because you already set it up. I'm gonna go back to details and show you this is where you pick your subscription list. This is the list. We don't have any segments right now or any groups. And the type will just be regular. Autoresponder is like if you want to do a like set up an automated email that gets triggered by like subscription or something like that. And then this is just a personal campaign name. It's not going to be seen by anybody who is receiving the email. So save and next, and then this is the setup page. I already updated the subject. This is what they will see. This is the header or the subject line of the email. And you can toggle here to add emojis, and then to hide those you can just click it again. Available tags shows you you can insert like the first name of the subscriber if you want, or anything like that into the subject line. I don't really touch all of this stuff up here. It just says like what email it's from, what name it's from. I don't really touch any of this either unless I want to add a pre-header, which I updated that. People will see this. This is the secondary line. It's not in the email, but it's after the subject line of the email, you get the pre-header. In their inbox when they see the email. I always do 0 max subscribers. That just means you can have as many as you want. I don't do randomize. I don't do any of this stuff. I don't touch any of this. It just has regular tracking. This is if you wanted to do A/B testing with like different subject lines or something like that. So save and next. And then this is the template page. I already added this stuff, but I'll show you again. So you start out with just, not even this, you start out with just a title and just a text paragraph. And I even adjusted this. It was left adjusted and it's a different font. But so if you want to set up a campaign and you want to save it, what you have to do is add a footer at the bottom. So you just drag and drop it at the bottom. And then in your footer, you have to type a tag. So you'll see on this page, you can see the link here. You are required to have an unsubscribe tag and a company full address tag in all of your campaigns. It's required to even save it, and it's required to send, obviously. And the rest of these are optional to include. So we need to add, we already have the unsubscribe. You can see here the link, it says unsubscribe, but we have to add the company full address tag. So I'll just type it here. And now you should be able to save it. So now it's successfully saved. And I like to do a separator between the footer and the content, and then I will also add a space above the I already had done that. I like to add a space above the title because when I go to add the logo, I prefer this one, the third from the top, which has it doesn't have a space at the top of the logo, and I like to make it a little spaced out. So you'll have this logo space. You just click the camera button, and that lets you add a picture. And I go to my work folder, and I have all these documents, and I just look up the header, and I click it, add it to the template, and then you click no crop, and that allows it to be the size that the actual image is, instead of being the size of the space. It will change the size of the space to fit the picture. So I want to change this title to be center aligned. I just do that here, and this A is where this lowercase a is where you can change the font, and I prefer Play Fair Display. And then you can enter your text here, and you can just do that if you want to keep it simple, or you can add a image. So they have images and captions, images and long captions, images, or you can do paragraph, which I like to do because it's an image, and you can do an image and text. And then you can just do the same thing where you add an image. And I'll just go in and add the cover. I'll click no crop, which is already selected, and then that lets you have the full cover next to the text. The only thing with this program is that you can't really adjust the text like you could in, say, like MailChimp or something. You have to make sure that the text that you write in this section next to the image, it stops here, because there's no way to wrap the text around the image. So I will just try to balance the text and stop, a paragraph here, and then start a new paragraph in a new text box or a new paragraph box underneath it. And then at the end, I will sometimes do a sign off kind of thing, and you can just do a title for that, or you can do a regular text box. These are the titles. You could do a regular paragraph box, add it at the bottom, and then come over here, click on this, and you can change the font size and all of that to make it look like, a separate signature if you want. So you just click on these, you can type whatever. Sometimes it doesn't register the changes you've made, even if you save. So sometimes you'll send an email, you'll have done like a center adjusted title like this, and it'll show as left adjusted or right adjusted. So I don't know how to fix that. I talked to author email customer service about that, and they just said it shouldn't be happening, but we don't know how to fix it. So I guess that just happens. So I saved this, and you can go, I do save content, and then I do save and next just to be extra sure and safe. And then you can go to, after you click save and next, you're in confirmation page. This is where you pick what date and time you would like to schedule the send. So right now it's set to whenever you had started it, I believe. So you would have to come in and be like, what's today? Today's the 11th. So click 11, that's today, and then say you want to send it at 6 p.m. You go here. It'll give you a bunch of options for what specific time you'd like. And I want 6 o'clock. It'll update. Recurring is if you want to send it over and over again, which I don't really do. And then you can choose if you want to send it daily, all of this stuff. I don't touch any of that. But then this is just a brief summary of what the subject line will be, what date you created it, when you last updated it, all of this information here, and then it shows how many subscribers are going to get it at the bottom. And then you just go save changes and then you can either schedule a campaign or stay on page, and that will, either launch it or you just save it. And then after that, you'd be done. So I'm going to click cancel. If you click cancel, it just takes you back to the campaign page here, and you can see all of your campaigns. So you can see here, I knew this one wasn't finished or sent yet because it says draft. All of the rest of these say sent 100%. It shows when you sent it, when that send started, or when you started working on it, I believe. And then it'll say, whether it's recurring or not, what kind of campaign it is, the name of it, the ID, all of that stuff. So if you sent one, this is when I resent the announcement. It'll show how many people got it, when they opened it, how many clicks, how many unsubscribes, etc., etc. And then that's how you can see all of your opens and clicks and how it performed and everything. I think that's it for now.